Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the 105 leFH18B2, the French Tier 5 Premium SPG, one of only two Premium SPGs in the game, and is located on the south spawn of Redshire under the command of Warthog DK of the Fun F Clan. And he's got the improved rammer, improved gun lane drive, and a mobility device. Game on. Well, it looks like he's going to cross the river and shoot from the copse. Yep, he's on the way. Looks like as well he's got the orderly ammo rack initiative, or at least it'll actually speed up his crew to actually get the shells loaded. Now the standard reload for this Arty is 8.92 seconds. We can see Warthog's got 7.32. So he's actually reduced that by a second and a half. Let's see how he does. Well, I just saw an enemy tank go behind that rock. And it looked like an MX-12 ton, but he's actually aiming for the spotting bush. First shot doesn't do anything, but he just spotted an AMX ELC, or at least somebody did. And I think it was actually our ELC who spotted that guy. And let's see. We're trying to dial in as he's moving backwards. Rounds out. Oh, perfect shot. He's got his first kill. Now that was good because the guy stopped just at the right spot and the shell wiped him out. Okay, we're going for the P43 Biz now. And that was a good hit. That was a penetrating shot. Low roll for 404. These shells will do 410 alpha and 53 millimeters of pen with a 2.2 meter burst radius. Rounds out in the T-34 shielded, and he's hitting that guy as well. It's a bit difficult to see him through all that smoke, but he's still getting hits all the same. Okay, another tank's been spotted. It's a TOG 2. Now the good thing about them is they've got loads of hit points to exploit.
That was a bit too close for comfort.
I didn't actually do any damage, that one. He's getting hits now though. Already up to 899 hit points. And that T-34 shielded went down. And he's got another hit there. Unfortunately, T-34 shielded went down to our Churchill 1, so we didn't get any credit for that one. That T1 is down to his last few hit points, but he still manages to take out our AMX CLC all the same. Trying to line up a shot ahead of his path. And he changes position. He goes across the river to avoid getting hit. Okay, well, we found another enemy tank on the other side of the battlefield that's not been hit by us yet. He dives for cover. The one thing you need to do as an Arty player is you need to spread as many shots around the battlefield onto the enemy as you can to hit as many enemy as you can, so you can get the Confederate medal. Even if your teammates don't win the game, at least then you'll have a battle hero medal, and that might give you a higher score. So that it's definitely worthwhile trying to hit as many of the enemy as you can. Lots of Arty players do end up with the Confederates, and it does pay off in the long run. The KV-1's still hiding behind that house. He knows he's being targeted though, so he's not willing to come out from behind it. And we've lost sight of the enemy on the other side of the battlefield. In fact, things are getting a bit dicey because the only other player between us and the enemy tanks on the east side is an SU-8, our teammate. So we might need to move from this position and move further over to the west. Yeah, people are already indicating on the map that they might be at the farm by now. We can't see the KV-1 behind that house. In fact, our team are now starting to fall back towards our gap area. Oh, that did hit and do 147, and the KV-1's gone down. Okay, so if you look at the minimap at the moment, you can see that we've got nobody protecting us from the east side. That TOG-2 could come directly towards our gap. And yes, Warthog's seeing that now and he's trying to move. He's headed over to this side. Oh! Well, I think he's hit the Type 58, who's trying to go the opposite way. And he's accidentally hit that Type 58 with a round, which means now he won't be able to get the high caliber, even if he does get it. So that's rather unfortunate that you try not to hit your teammates with any shot, because if you do, you could actually miss out on a medal. Just recently, we've seen replays where that's actually happened, so it's very much not worthwhile shooting at your teammates. Even if they really anger you, don't do it. Just don't shoot them at all. Well, the Nashorn that we saw a short while ago, who got hit by our SU-8, is now on the move. And in fact, actually, he just got wiped out by the SU-8, so he managed to get his kill after all. Our ELC's managed to move up, and he's looking for the enemy. We started the battle with 2 ELCs, one of which was the Tier 5 version, the other was the Tier 6. It's a Tier 6 game with Tier 5 tanks in it. Okay, so now, given that there's nobody protecting us on the west side of the map, Warthog's decided to go over this side. Of course, this Arty maced on the B1, captured by the Germans, and turned into an Arty, as well as a heavy tank, a flamethrower tank. Many uses for the B1s. Okay, he thinks there's somebody in there, probably an AC-4 experimental. So he's going to fire around him just to see. And yes, he just hit him. So he actually contacted that AC-4. And he's just hit him again. There he is. And now he's getting fired on by the Type 58. And the kill shot goes in, but it's not us who gets it. It's the Type 58, the guy who blocked us only a short while ago. We're 2 up on the enemy, but we're still short of targets to fire at. I wonder why that TOG-2 did not come down towards our cap area. In fact, he's just been located near where the AC-4 was. Okay, we should be able to do some serious damage to this guy. He's a long way away, though. We're almost out of range. Unfortunately, that was our Wolverine going down. So we fire another one at the TOG, and the TOG's already dead before our shell can get there. So we're 2 up on the enemy. Now there's only 5 enemy remaining. 2 Arty, 2 tank destroyers, and 1 medium tank. We just saw the tracer coming out from the copse. So one of the enemy Arty is in there, but they're so far away that we're going to have to move if we want to get shells in there. You can see the rescue got completely flat. Warthog's moving as fast as he can, and there's the first target he can see, a Stugdei Ausrung G, which is Tier 5. Fall short. And they can still get around in there. He knows he's under heavy Arty fire. And that was a direct hit, that one, so he is still there. That one just short. There's the SU-122. And that did some damage. It was a close hit. And there's the kill. That's the second kill of the game. Stugtai came out to that little area and... oh, yes, he got another kill. 3 kills now. So we're looking for 2 enemies remaining. The AMX-13F3, the Tier 6 Arty, and the VK3001H, which is a Tier 5 medium. Used to be a heavy tank. It's not anymore. Still got plenty of ammo left. Okay, there's the AMX-13F3. And he ram-killed our AMX CLC, which is surprising considering the AMX-13F3 is, in fact, a light tank Arty, but it is very heavy. Rounds out. And that was a direct hit. Now, if he can get the kill on this guy, he might end up with a counter battery fire medal. We outnumber the enemy 2-1. Our Chi2 has moved up, and I think he's a bit worried about the VK getting him. That VK is nearly full health. Ah, there he is. Now, accurate shots, fully dialed in. Unfortunately, he moves just at the wrong moment and dodges that shot. But the SU-8 did stun him and track him. So the next shot that goes in is a penetrating shot, low roll, and he's now one shot. In fact, he pulls out and gets killed, and we get the Confederate for that. And now it's just that AMX 13F3AM, and if we can get him, we get the counter battery fire medal. If we don't get him, well, we'll still have the Confederate. They're all closing in on the woods. There he is. And yes, unfortunately, he dies before we can shoot. But it is game over and a victory. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was an ace tanker game for Warthog DK of the Fun F clan in the 105 leFH18B2. He managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 14 in that one. He got a Gauze medal for doing more damage, exceeding 8 times the hit points for his own vehicle. And he did get the Confederate after all, because he hit more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. So it did actually pay off, hitting as many enemy tanks as he could, spreading those shells onto the enemy tanks across the battlefield. His win rate was 7,881, which is Super Unicum standard and a bit more. Let's have a look at team score. Well, he did get the highest damage, but he didn't get the high caliber because, of course, he shot a teammate. So, yes, he missed out on a medal. It's merely because he got angry with that Type 58. So, it's unfortunate there. He would have had another medal. He would have had the high caliber. Second highest damage was the Torque 2 on the enemy team, 1,887, but he didn't get 20% of the enemy hit point, and that's why he didn't get the high caliber mark. And the third highest damage was the Chi2 on our team, who got 1,593, and I think he got the last kill of the game. And, well, when it came to kills, we can see that it was shared between Warthog and the Chi2 and the Torque 2 on the enemy team, so we could have platooned and got a Brothers in Arms as well. And when it came to base XP, it's Warthog who gets the honors because he got 1,189. He's the only one to get over 1,000. 778 went to his Arty companion in the SU-8, and 752 went to the Chi2 on his team. He fired 45 rounds, so only 5 rounds left at the end of the game. He got 17 direct hits on the enemy and 5 penetrations. Yes, he was certainly hitting those enemy tanks and getting pen shots on them. 21 splashes as well, 2,918 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. So we want to check and see which ones he actually penetrated. The ELC, yes, that was one shot that landed right on top of him. He penetrated the SU-122A in that game. And I think he penetrated the... Did he penetrate the ELC? No, he didn't penetrate that one or the Nashorn. How about the P43? Yes, he got the P43. That was a penetrating shot. He didn't penetrate the T34 shielded or the Stuhlgei. And yes, he did penetrate the VK3001H, but it was a low roll. And he did penetrate the AC4 experimental as well, but he got a lot of damage off that guy. He damaged 10 of the enemy, killed 3, so there's a 7 difference there to get the Confederate. And he got 229 hit points of damage assist where he actually tracked somebody and they got damage afterwards. 55,845 credits profit on a premium count and 7,849 experience points after getting a mission completion for 3,568. So a very good game there by Warthog. He's having a lot of fun. He's actually getting much, much better results, and he's continuing to enjoy himself in this Arty. If you enjoyed this game, please give this video a like, and thank you for watching.